Are we live? Yes, we are. Congratulations, 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 and welcome. Welcome to this special podcast. Wow, I cannot wear the glasses. Or maybe I can just turn off the ring light because I look like an owl. Ooh. All right, let me see if I can turn off this ring light so it's not so shiny on my face. Oh, no, we can't do that. We still need it. All right, turn on. I guess I'll be taking my glasses off. Okay, you guys can see me. Okay, and I'm not looking like an owl. Well, I really wanted to go to this wedding. I've known my friend Doug Peel for let me restart here. Okay, so I've known my friend Doug Peel since 1975. We've been friends a long we go way back. Old school stuff. And been through thick and thin, been bowling alleys, we've been going to antique stores, been everywhere. Well, I've watched his son grow up and his stepdaughter. Hi, Connie. I hope you see this. Hi, Matt. And his dad, I've seen, I've hung out with his parents, his mom and his dad, seen sad things happen as he's seen in my family too. Um, and he's gone through one marriage and had a divorce, and we'll talk about that right now. So, about 5 years ago, he met this lady. I really don't know where you guys met. um, but my brother told me about it. Hey, did you hear? Doug's going out with the lady from our church. I'm like, what? He is? No, I didn't hear anything. Tell me about it. What's going on? And I heard that he'd met this lady because I know he's been looking and that he's just, you know, I was wondering what happened because the last time we hung out together, I I mean, when he was married before, things kind of got thinned out, which should because he's with his wife and don't bug him while he's with his wife or my wife, whichever. Things happen. So here we are. The year I want to say was 19. Well, his mom was still alive. I think it's been 7 years? No, I can't remember. That's old age will do that to you, make you forget. No, I'm not old yet. I hope not. He's not old. He looks it. He's got the white beard and the white hair. For all you guys that are watching him from Costco, the workers, I know you guys probably call him Grandpa or whatever, uh, or Kenny G, or I've even heard Satan. He's not Satan. The guy is a cool guy. I've known him a long time. I mean, like I said, since 1975, when we were in grade school. Well, actually, be 74, I think. I'm like, who's that kid over there? And the teacher said, why don't you go make friends with him? He's out there all by himself. Well, I'm a loner. No, you go out there and you do it now. Okay, teacher, whatever you say. I'm glad they did because I made a friend, a long-time friend. Now, I know a couple other people I've known longer. James Osley, he's another friend of mine. I've known him since 1972, so he's probably the longest. And then, of course, Leslie Hogan or Leslie Chambers Hogan. If anyone from Upland's watching, from Upland High School, class of '83, yay! Our 40th class reunion. Anyways, enough of that. We're not here to talk about that. What we are here to talk about tonight is a greatest thing of ever. I kept asking him, when are you guys gonna get married? No, 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 no. She's got her condo, and I gotta sell the house, and I gotta do something with Matt. And okay, so what is it you're saying? You're gonna move away? Well, I don't know. I'm not ready yet. Well, when are you gonna get ready? Well, look at you. You waited 15 years. No, actually, I waited 20 almost. but I did get engaged. Yes, so he did ask her to get married, and who is her, am I talking about? Just a second. Oh, just a second. I learned this from the last time I did a podcast. Drink lots of water, or you end up with a bad throat. Okay, so his wedding day is tonight, or was tonight at 5 o'clock, and I did not get to go. My wife came down with an illness, and I'm in the house, so I cannot leave because I don't test positive, but you never know. And I don't want to ruin their wedding day. So here's what I have to say to Verna Adams Peel now. Yes, Mrs. Peel, and to Doug Peel or Douglas Peel. This is to the bride and groom. Congratulations. We, meaning Carla and I, would like to read. She wrote it. I can't read it. No. Oh, that's your name. Okay. We would like to wish you both lots of love and happiness now and in the future. Congratulations. I know Doug's got a lot of stress. He's had a very long stressful weekend with I heard about him. His toilet exploding, not really exploding, but he had plumbing issues and he forgot things for no, not the ring. He didn't forget the ring, but he forgot some stuff, and he had to get him from the best man who was at work. So he had to wait till he got home before he could get it for the reception. Now, I'm sure they're at the reception right now. If you guys see me, bring me on screen. I'd like to hear from you guys. If not, maybe you could see this later. I posted that I am live on Facebook and on Twitter, and this is your wedding day. So that's what um, I had to write up here real quick. I did a real quick write up thing. I hope to see more of you guys in the future. Plus, I got to give you a wedding present. Um, I know that you guys said you're going to keep on antiquing. That's good. So, getting back to how I met Doug. First of all, somebody's in the room. Let me say hello to them. I have a feeling I know who it is. Okay, so how did I meet Doug? Like I said, in grade school, the teachers asked, they were always, their job was make sure that the kids go out there and make friends. So I met him and he was outside and people were making fun of, look at the kid over there making do it, whatever he was doing. And I was a loner, so I went over there after being forced by the teachers. Um, and I kind of hung out with him and then I kind of didn't. I mean, you know what? There, that's better. I was looking like this. There, that's hurt my neck there. So through grade school, I knew him off and on. He was doing other things. What is? Oh, this is my wire. Okay. So can you guys see me? Yeah, you can see me. All right. Um, in the summertime, my brother had a moped. You guys remember those? Or now we're talking like 19. I want to say it's. I've jumped ahead now, probably to 19. Let's see, 78 or 79. My brother had a moped, and he pretty much beat the crap out of it. It was a Samadi, if I remember. It was an Italian moped. And he goes, "I wanna sell this. I can't get it to run anymore, and I'm done. I got a car, and I'm gonna go out and drive now." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So, he tied it to a tree and put "for sale" on it. And I remember seeing these 2 guys riding on a bike. One guy with a no, did he? I'm not sure if he had a mustache then. and another guy sitting on the back of the bike, and they were throwing newspapers. And I'm like, wow, fun job. My dad's going to force me to do this someday. And I said, oops. I said, hmm. And then all of a sudden they came up and then, hey, how much for that motorcycle? I'm like, oh, it's not a motorcycle, it's a moped. Well, how much? I don't remember how much it was. I think it was like $100. My brother wanted. Oh, okay. Well, I'll have to get some money. And I think he bought it. And his name was Mike Worsham. And so on the back of the bike was Doug Peel. And I will try not to embarrass you, okay? Uh, I'm like, didn't we used to hang out at Sierra Vista? And he goes, yeah, I was the guy that would walk around and you came around and started talking to me. Yeah, yeah, I'm that guy. Where do you live? Oh, I'm just over here on Second Avenue. Second Avenue? That's like what? Where? Are you close on Second Avenue? Are you down by the school? I lived on 18th in Upland on First Avenue. And he goes, no, no, I'm like halfway down the street over there. Oh, oh, okay. And Mike lived on Third, well, just off of Third on a street called Mariposa Circle or Lane Court. That's what I think it was, Mariposa Court, Butterfly Court. And they were best friends, Mike and Doug, which, by the way, Mike is his best man. Hey, Mike, I know you're probably pissed at me. I didn't go to the thing and I didn't go to the wedding. Believe me, I'd love to have gone to the wedding. I even asked Alan, who was in town, the great 88, if he could give me a ride, and he's doing family stuff right now, so he can't either. So, this is the best I can do right now is to congratulate you guys this way. So, after Mike bought the moped, I would go over to their house and watch them work on it, and they would always talk about technical stuff. I'd be like, what? Oh. Oh, well, what kind of music do you guys listen to? Oh, Black Sabbath. Oh, yeah, I like that. Who's the hell is Black Sabbath? I've never heard of them. I was stuck listening to AM music and KKGO jazz station, and I don't know anything about that stuff back then. Anyway, so my younger brother started hanging out with them, and they picked a name for me. They called me Huz and Mitchy the Kid, and actually, Mitchy the Kid was the name I came up with from a movie, City Slickers, but I added an extra D. That's why my name's Mitchy the Kid with 2 Ds. That's how I got my channel name. Um, so they were working on the moped, and they got it running, and they ran it into the ground too. But it definitely got Mike to his newspaper route a lot quicker, faster than riding a bicycle and losing weight and exercising and all that fun stuff like we used to do in the old days. Now I don't lose weight, I gain it. All right. So this is really hard when I can't see myself. Um, so I'm probably boring you guys, but I'm just giving you my life story and his life story. Sorry. I had spaghetti for dinner. I got spaghetti coming out of my mouth. I'm sure I would have had a much better dinner at their wedding, but like I said, we couldn't make it, and we will make it up to you somehow. Probably with our wedding present, I hope. Um, if is there anyone out there that would like to say anything? Doesn't look like anyone's in here yet. The other night there was quite a few people in here. Well, we'll give it some time. As just started, as a matter of fact. We've been going. Hang on a second. I have to look around the ring light for about 15 minutes now. If there's anyone that knows Doug Peel and or Verna Adams and would like to say something, you can go ahead and leave a comment down here in the comments. At least they're on that side. Whoops, sorry. On that side, because my camera's backwards. On that side is comments. So you can leave a comment for Doug and for Verna, and I will make sure they get to see that. Um, so let's see. So high school came along, and we would go to school, and this is the bad side now, Doug. I am gonna rat you out, which I shouldn't because your dad's there. But it's my fault too. I talked you into it. We used to ditch school big time. So big that Doug got caught. Well, I got some artists in me. So I was watching uh not Bob Ross, but the other guy, the German guy, Alexander, paint with William Alexander. And he's all talking. If you want to learn how to get somebody's name, you now back in the old days, TVs when you turn over to channel 3, they'd have snow, shh, and there would be no screen. Not like this. He goes, you put it, you. He would talk like that. You put the piece of paper on the TV screen. It'll stick right to the screen. And if it's got anyone's name on it, you can write it down there, and that's called plagiarism. But I was a dumb kid. He was a dumb kid. I know you weren't, but saying that. And we would ditch school. Now, of course, our moms would write us the first note, and we'd hang on to that note. And well, I would put mine on the TV screen, and I would copy her signature every time. And I got away with it. What good is it doing me? I got away with it, and I also screwed up my life. Yeah, my life's screwed up. I don't work. I'm only 57, and I don't work. He's still working. Yes, he got caught, and he stopped ditching. I didn't. I did graduate, though, on time. I mean, heck, when you go to school and you got one math class and the rest is band, and the teacher doesn't give a crap, he's like, "Hey, everyone, you wanna go to, Winchell's Donuts across the street, give me donuts, you can go home." Especially if these are all your band classes after this. Okay, I'll do it. I got assigned to go to a donut place, get him donuts, came back across the street and gave the teacher his donuts. This is before they had gates all the way around the school, before 9/11 and all that fun stuff, before shootings and all of that. Back in the old days when we had fun. Um, this is hard, hard talking to the screen and telling your life story in a podcast. But this is what I choose to do. This is my new niche, I guess. Now, I do wish to put my podcast onto a real podcast place where I can put it on Apple and everything else. But for now, I'm using eBay, not eBay, duh, YouTube. That's the other thing. Doug got into selling on eBay. We would go, I guess they call it dumpster diving now. If you go on YouTube, you can watch this. People actually go dumpster diving and find this stuff, and they make money on it, or they give it away. Like this, my wife watches this one lady. She goes to like all the 99 only stores, or goes to the Giant Dollars, and in their trash, they're throwing away soda left and right. Dr. Pepper, Pepsi, Coke, whatever, brand new. Just because one exploded and splattered all over the other 12, they have to throw them away. This lady goes in and picks them up and takes them to food banks, and they, uh, they thank her for that. I mean, she doesn't have to do that. Gas is like $5.99. I'm guessing. I don't know where she lives. Um, but she's digging in the trash. Who knows? A mugger could be there and mug her. She's out by herself. I'm sure she's got pepper spray or something, and she's making a video, and she's also posting it on YouTube, so she's doing that. Now, back in the old days, okay, when I say old days, I'm talking like 1981 or 82, we were go walking down the alley because down at the bottom of the alley, 7 or 8 streets down to Foothill, was McDonald's. Ooh-wee, and Thrifty. And so he would go looking for these tubes. I'm gonna use a bottle because nobody knows what a tube is nowadays. Picture this in an old radio, and it's got spikes coming out the bottom. You plug it into the radio, it lights up, "Woo," and you get electronics, and you get your sound, or you get a hum. If it doesn't work, it's like, "Mm," and you don't want that. So he would take them down to Thrifty, and he would test them. Well, this is before the internet, and so he was getting piles and piles of them, and his mom would say, "Doug, stop with the junk, throw it away." And he's like, "No, it's not junk, mom, this is good stuff." And I remember he had a dog, and his dog's name was Chili. I'm like, "Chili? Like the kind you eat, or is it cold?" He was a Doberman Pinscher. I was afraid of that dog. I'm like, "Oh, no, I can't. I don't wanna go in that backyard. He'll bite me." "Yeah, he won't bite you. Stop being a wimp. Stop being a wuss." That's Doug's favorite words. So, I I stopped being a wuss and met Chili. Chili the dog. Itching. Alright, so, uh, I hope that Doug and Verna and Matt and Connie and Matt, Jer and Vicky and let's see who else would be there, Chris Jeffers and Jerry Griffin and his wife, and I've never met her, and his kids, and Mr. Peel, as in Richard Peel, get to see this. I don't know if he knows how to do computer stuff or not. Oh, and Cindy and her wife. I hope they get to see it too, and her son, because, I got to hang out with them, and Cindy was all into Go-Go's and stuff like that, and Doug was into rock and roll, of course, heavy metal. He listened to Black Sabbath, and I can't remember all the bands. I wanna say Stryper, but I don't think so. Uh Definitely Ozzy Osbourne, and we got into where if you take the record and spin it backwards in Kansas, you could hear voice there they have the speeches like "Satan, Satan." Oh, that was Styx. Yeah, I remember that. So we used to do that with the record player and stuff. Those were the old days. Yep, the old days. But you know what? There's new days now, better days. I'm glad you met Verna, and now you guys can go out and you could well, you're not gonna go trash digging, but you can go to antique stores, and I know you already do that. And I know that he met you and you guys went to, the, where they have the cat where they did the Eagles used the hotel in Riverside, the Riverside Inn or whatever it's called, I'm not sure what it's called. And you guys had your first date there, I know that. Was it Christmas or Halloween? When it must've been Christmas, the lighting of the at the inn, and that's when you guys first met. I do remember that, and then you were off doing stuff. Every time I called, "Oh, I can't. I'm going to Doug's." I'm going to Doug's. "I'm going to Verna's mom's house for dinner." "Oh, okay." "Hey, you wanna go hang out at, the antique store?" "Oh, I can't. I'm going to Verna's sister's and down in Corona." "Oh, okay. Well, maybe next time." And so that went on and on and on, and then I was busy and, "Hey, you wanna go do something?" I'm like, "I can't. I gotta go to work." Because I worked in Corona at the time too, or maybe I didn't. Actually, I take it back. No, I was working at Round Table out here in Ontario. So or I was working for Goodwill, whichever one. So, yeah, Lots of good times. And now there will be new good times, correct? I'm sure you guys are all gonna have some fun times tonight. uh, and I'm glad, Verna, you got him into a religion. I know that Doug was Mormon, and then after his mom or his grandpa passed away, I believe he kind of fell out of the Mormon faith and didn't want to do that. And I don't think he went, I'm Catholic, and he didn't want to join the Catholics. And he's like, I don't believe in any of that stuff. Well, born again Christians, they do believe in that stuff, except for Mary, I know. And you were able to get him to join the, I think it was what? Was it CCD up on 19th? Maybe not. Actually, I think, no, you guys went to a new church up on 25th or right by 25th in Euclid. And I remember you got him going to church. I was like, what? Doug's going to church? Whoa, I can't believe it. Wow. This is might just work out. And, you know, it is working out. I'm glad that Doug met you. I know we haven't met and done much together. We did have breakfast one time at the Iron Skillet. That was nice. And I hope we get to have more fun later, as in the way of going out and hanging out with you guys. I don't know if Doug likes to play. Well, yeah, he does. He likes to play pool. There's a place called Island Hoppers. Nope, take it back. Tequila Hoppers on Mountain. Island Hoppers is Magnum PI. Oops. Yes, Tequila Hoppers, and it's a sports bar, and they have darts, and they got pool, and they got drinking if you guys drink. I don't drink. This is the most drinking I do, water, maybe a Gatorade every once in a while, just trying to keep my liquids up. And I have nobody here in this podcast tonight. I wish somebody would come in that I knew. That way I could ask them to talk, but there's nobody out there. I mean, let's see if I can share it. I'm not sure I can do that on this. Uh, let's share it here. Okay, so I'm going to LinkedIn to share it. See if somebody joins us here. Hmm. All right. Oh, shoot. It won't let me do it because I didn't put a period. All right, there we go. All right, I'm sending it out on LinkedIn. Hopefully, somebody will see that. I don't have a picture of the Newlyweds, so I can't post that. So there's a picture of me going, hey! You know what? I think I'm wearing this shirt. I didn't even see that. All right, let me get off this so I can get back on the podcast. Well, it says it's a live video, live streaming, but it's a podcast. I mean, I'm putting it in my podcast. Why does it say upcoming? Oh, because I have to do that. Okay, there we go. All right. And then, of course, so Doug got into cars in the 80s. And like when I said we would ditch, he would use his mom's car. It was an old 1974 or 72 Ford Galaxy station wagon or Ford Torino, something Ford station wagon. I want to say Torino. And I remember this is before campus got fixed. And the street would go like this. You go down it, and there'd be railroad tracks here, this high. Yeah, go up, fly over, and come back down. on 8th Street was coming up, and he would punch that thing. Whop! We go flying. I mean, probably the most dangerous thing ever in a station wagon with no seatbelts on, or maybe we were wearing seatbelts. I don't remember. And he actually got air in that car. I don't know how. I think he tore all the insides out and made it extra light. I hit the roof. Boop. No, you know what? I take it back. That was a Ford Fairmont wagon, baby blue. Ugh, I remember that car. Yeah, we would fly and hit the roof on that car. But yeah, those were the good days. And I'm sure that his wife doesn't want to hear this stuff because she's like, "What is he talking about? Why isn't he here at the wedding? We sent out an invitation and he's not here." I'd be saying that. But when somebody's sick, you can't do that. So Carla wishes you guys a happy life. And remember, Doug, happy wife, happy life. So don't screw it up because I have. And, well, I'd like to say cheers to you guys. May you live a long and happy life. And remember, don't get mad at Doug for buying too many antiques and selling them on eBay. Cheers. Congratulations on your marriage. And, oh, that's another thing I left out. His son, Matt, plays drums, or he did play drums. I'm not sure if he still does. And I remember Doug coming to me coming to me. I didn't drive at all. Doug was always giving me a ride. I mean, he'd get off work at midnight. I'd stay at work till 11:30, 11:30, 1:30 in the morning in La Habra. Wait, wait, wait. Hey, Doug, can you come pick me up? What? I'm at work. I don't get off till 12. I'll wait. Okay. So he would come and pick me up in La Habra from, I think he was in Pomona at that time, and it was called Price Club. That's how long he's been working there. He's been there since the beginning. In Pomona, he was at Price Club, and I remember he used to sell tires. That was his job, and now he's moved up, and he became a forklift driver, and I think he's been doing that probably, I wanna say 30 years, 32 years, am I right? Maybe longer? But he helped move the company, and they moved to Chino Hills, and they changed the name to Costco. And I remember that too because we would get off work, and when my dad was there, he would go and get some stuff that he needed at Costco, and of course, we would take the 60 freeway. "Hey, where are you going?" "You're getting off the freeway, we're not going home?" "No, we're going to Costco. I need batteries for the stuff." "Oh, we can say hi to Doug." "Okay." "Does he work there?" I go, "Yeah, he's a forklift driver. You can't miss him. He's always beep, 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 get the heck out of my way." No, he's not doing that, but he always said he would do that. And then, of course, when we would hang out, we'd go to the movies, and he always liked these car movies, car crash movies. I think his favorite movie is called The Mechanic. I don't know, Verna, if you know that or not, or if he's hidden it from you, but there's this Italian guy that, he it's got, who's in that movie? They're all dead now. Well, dang it, I have the name right on the tip of my tongue. Mm, you know what? I'm gonna have to look it up. In the meantime, the Italian guy was chasing after him and Vincent, that was the guy's name in the movie. Let me see here. Oh, Charles Bronson. That's the name of the guy. Charles Bronson, and I can't remember the other guy's name, but he goes, "I have an idea. Pull over." And there was a tractor, and they had bombs, and they put them in. they were throwing them at the Italians, right, and blowing them up because that was what the mechanic was all about. He wasn't a guy fixing cars, he was a mechanic, the bad kind. And he pulled off a gig that killed the guy who was trying to learn from him, and he was learning all of his tricks, so he was gonna kill him at the end. Uh-oh, I told you the spoiler alert. Ding, 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 ding. Must be Ontario. The helicopter's out. Anyways, a lot of things have happened in our lifetime. Doug got married, he had a kid. His kid grew up. He adopted his other kid from his wife before. They got a divorce. Doug got a house from his dad. He rented it out to his ex-wife, and they grew up there. Well, the kids grew up there. Um, I believe he sold the house. He bought a house in Tahoe or a condo in Tahoe, and he would go up there all the time and hang out. And yeah, times change. But Doug's definitely has a good life, and he has a great wife. And I'm running out of things to say because, like I said, I rarely get to see him, and when I do get to see him, he's talking about all the stuff he sold on eBay. And well, I don't know. I think I'm going to end it here. It's a short podcast. I know this will also last at least 2 hours, but I don't have anyone in here to chat with. And what can I say? I hope you guys have a great time tonight at the party. Don't drink too much. Mike, I know you're not drinking. Jer, if you're drinking, have Vicky drive you home. Don't let Marianne drive home. Not yet. Jerry, I'll see you at the next car show. Chris Jeffers, hope you turned out okay. I mean, haven't heard from you. I heard you moved back east. Anyways, Mr. Peel, I wish I would have got to see you. Of course, I'm talking about Richard, Doug's dad. And I remember you playing golf out there, practicing golf in the front yard. And one time, I remember also my dad got mad at me because me and Doug and Mike did something bad. And he looked at Doug and he goes, "Go home." And I'm like, "Whoa, my dad's mad." He goes, "Mitchell, get in the house right now. I'm going to kick your ass." And then he goes like this. The belt is coming out. When the belt came out, you were in deep shit trouble. That's right. We used to play a game called Sludge Do. I won't get into that here on uh, YouTube. Back when my dad and mom were getting a divorce and the pool was empty and Choco came around. You know who I'm talking about. "Hey, how you doing there, Doug? Want to go to Vegas?" That guy's dead. Anyways, they're all dead. All my parents are dead. And anyways, we were throwing bowling balls in an empty pool and cracking the dang sides. Idiots. Smashing our models. You know how much those models are worth now? You could sell them on eBay and make tons of money. You had that nice, huge Mike had that huge 78 Corvette. Or was it Doug's? I don't remember whose it was. And we did Godzilla or something like that, or Laser Eyes. And I remember Laser Eyes. "Roar," and he jumped off and he fell on his ass. He goes, "Oh man, that bleeping hurt." So yeah, those were the good days. The barf bag and all that fun stuff. That sounds gross. It's not. It's a game that was made up by me and by them and my brother until somebody closed the sliding glass door and I went, boy, I have a headache the next day. Anyways, I've been rambling now. So I'm done rambling. I did my toast, and I hope to see you guys soon. Have a great night. Don't forget to subscribe so you can watch this right down here in the corner. It should be saying subscribed anyways. To Mitchy the Kid with two D's. It's at Mitchy the Kid, all one word. The at sign, not AT. And I will post this on my podcast for under Mitchy the Kid and also on live things that I'm doing at this time in case it doesn't go as a podcast. Okay. Have a great night. And I'll see you guys when you get back from your honeymoon.